Hey y'all, welcome to my channel, Divinely Transformed. My name is Lisa, and whether you're new or returning, I'm glad you're here. Welcome to your daily reading for March 23rd, 2022. Before I get started with this reading, let me remind y'all that this is a general public reading, so some, none, or all of it may apply to your situation, so please just take what resonates and leave the rest. Also, keep in mind that time is fluid and not linear, which means that for each individual person watching, that means this could have already happened. This could be happening right now, or this could happen in the future. And also keep in mind that everyone has free will to change any outcome of any reading at any time for any reason. Hope y'all are doing great today. I'm actually feeling pretty good today. I was going to do some overtime, but I decided not to. I want to relax today. I don't get a whole lot of time to do that. So I'm going to do just that. So let's go ahead and get started with the reading. So the first card that came out is the Eight of Pentacles in the reverse. So the Eight of Pentacles in reverse is someone refusing to transform, someone refusing to work. This could be working too hard or not enough, and this is someone definitely not working hard enough. So clarifying this Eight of Pentacles here is the Page of Cups, the Page of Pentacles, and the Queen of Swords reversed. So this is a karmic feminine energy, a Queen of Swords in reverse. A Gemini, a Libra, Aquarius, karmic feminine energy who isn't honest. They don't have boundaries. You need to have boundaries with this person. This is someone who is cutthroat, and this is a Queen of Swords who absolutely refuses to work here. But we have this Page of Cups with the Page of Pentacles here. So that tells me that this Queen of Swords in reverse was lying about... So this Queen of Swords in reverse apologized about not having a job, and then made some small efforts to try to get a job, like, oh, I'm sorry, and put out some applications or something. But this wasn't an honest move on this person's part. This was something that the Queen of Swords in reverse was forced to do. This is something extremely childish, and it was... and they were not in their integrity. It was just like, to save face, kind of like. So, this Queen of Swords in reverse, this Gemini, this Libra, or this Aquarius, who isn't very fair, they're not balanced, they're not a good communicator, they're not somebody that anybody would want to communicate with. The Queen of Swords in reverse, I mean, that is a really big bitch. Like, everybody is scared of the Queen of Swords in the upright, but the Queen of Swords in the reverse is way, way worse. They're like, off with your heads. And they're just awful, mean, and nasty people. But, yeah, that's pretty interesting how the karmic feminine was faking apologies and making small little efforts about... improving this lack of work bullshit. So clarifying the Eight of Pentacles in reverse is the Four of Pentacles in reverse. Someone needs to completely release not working. It's not that, oh, well, I'll put out an application and I'll do this and I'll do this and I'll do this. This person's willing to do bits and pieces of it, but this karmic feminine actually needs to completely release the whole not supporting themselves thing. The universe is forcing this issue on the Queen of Swords in reverse. And so, well, because the Queen of Swords in reverse, they're getting pushed back to work, whether they like it or not. Because the Four of Pentacles in reverse is something that has to be released. And what needs to be released is the fact that this karmic feminine is unemployed. Clarifying the Four of Pentacles is the Empress, with the Hanged Man in reverse, with the Star. All right. So we've got the Empress here. Libra, Taurus, Cancer. The Hanged Man is Pisces, and the Star is Aquarius. So we have someone mirroring the Queen of Swords reversed, which is this Empress here. So we've got an Empress in the upright and an Empress in the reverse. But what I'm being shown here is that they're mirroring each other in the fact that as the Queen of Swords in reverse was lying and apologizing and making small efforts to come out of being unemployed here, at the very same time, this is what the Empress was doing. The Empress was releasing her brand new perspective that they had on this Aquarius. Now, for a while now, I've been channeling a masculine with Aquarius in their chart. But switch the genders as you need to. But, yeah, so at the very same time, this false Empress, this Queen of Swords in reverse, this Libra in the reverse, this unfair, unbalanced Libra who is unemployed, what was the Empress doing? They were releasing their brand new perspective that they had on an Aquarian. Actually, let's put some more cards on that. Holy Spirit, what does that mean exactly? Please clarify that. The Empress, the Hanged Man reversed, and the Star. Yeah. We got the Nine of Swords here. So that's what that means. They were released a new perspective that they had on this Aquarius, but it caused them this Empress anxiety and overthinking. Please clarify this one more time. So this Nine of Swords energy needs to be released here about this Aquarian masculine here. Yeah. Got the Four of Wands here. So there's a real need to release fear and anxiety related to living situations. And the living situation of this Aquarius. So that's what this Empress was doing. Releasing all of their anxiety about this Aquarius's living environment. The next card out we have is the Page of Cups. So this is talking about this karmic feminine again coming with apologies here. Apologies for what? 8 of Cups reversed, to return to a situation that is nothing but loss here. 5 of Swords reversed with the 6 of Wands in the reverse, which is another card of loss. There's no victory, there's no success, there's no public recognition. This is public humiliation, this is embarrassment. So this karmic feminine is embarrassed, but she still keeps apologizing to keep returning to this karmic marriage here. Clarifying the Page of Cups is the 5 of Cups in the reverse. This karmic feminine apologizes empty apologies. This 5 of Cups in the reverse tells me they have no guilt, no remorse, no sadness, no shame, no nothing. They don't give a fuck. But this person, they will continue to apologize till the cows come home. But it is inauthentic. Because this karmic feminine is only apologizing to come out of poverty. Period. We got the 5 of Cups reversed, clarified by the 6 of Swords reversed. Another return card. This karmic feminine is absolutely desperate to keep returning here. She's still, this karmic feminine is still returning, codependent, financially destitute, financially dependent. But what is there to come to? This 10 of Pentacles is in the reverse here. So this karmic feminine keeps wanting to heal a situation with someone here. But what is there to heal? There's nothing here to heal. This has already been 2 cards of loss, defeat, fail. So many cards of loss and lack. Like, I don't understand what this karmic feminine... I mean, the only thing that I can think of, the only thing that comes to mind is they're desperate and they're dangerous. And they'll do or say anything because they want to do anything and everything that they could possibly do to keep a hold of this financial and residential stability, because I really do think that they're at a complete loss as to, I mean, I think that they really believe that they can't do it by themselves. And, you know, with their behaviors the way that they are, in a sense that they're right. This karmic feminine is going to need like a lot of counseling and work on themselves to be able to be a productive member of society. The next card we have out is the 10 of Wands in the reverse, releasing burdens. Who's releasing burdens? The King of Swords in the upright, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So we have the King of Swords in the upright and the Queen of Swords in the reverse. So the Queen of Swords in the reverse is the one that's lying. The King of Swords in the upright is in their authenticity. They're in their integrity here. The King of Swords is the one releasing their burdens. Then we have the Moon here, Cancer energy, with the 5 of Cups here. So the only thing that's truly going to make this toxic Cancerian karmic feminine sad is completely being released by this King of Swords. Until they're completely released, they're not sorry about anything. Even though they beg and they plead and they cry and they scream, they're sorry, they're sorry, they're sorry, they're sorry, they're sorry. They ain't sorry about shit until the 10 of Wands is in the reverse here. Till the King of Swords actually releases this karmic burden of this karmic feminine here. That's the only time they're going to be sad and remorseful about it. And you better believe that this karmic feminine is full of fear about the day that they get released. They know it. They feel it coming. That's why they're fighting so hard to keep this bullshit going here. So this Aquarius masculine, you know, is being shown to be releasing the burdens of this Cancerian karmic feminine, and that's when they'll be sad. They're not sad, really. They're just sad that shit's changing, and this Cancerian karmic feminine is going to have to start taking care of themselves. We got the Ten of Wands reversed with the Six of Pentacles in the reverse. So it is this Aquarius King of Swords that really needs to release overgiving. That is the burden of this King of Swords. This Aquarius is overgiving to this toxic Cancerian who is full of fears, illusions, secrets, lies, all of that shit. This King of Swords bends over backwards for this toxic Cancerian feminine. Six of Pentacles reversed. We have the Three of Swords in the upright. So that's heartbreak. We have Judgment with that. And we have the Queen of Wands in the reverse. So the toxic Cancerian karmic feminine female, they're showing up as the Queen of Wands now in the reverse. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy in the reverse. It is this Queen of Wands in the reverse that is under universal judgment from the divine. It is this karmic feminine that is heartbroken here. That is their karma here. Why is it their karma? The clue is the Queen of Wands in the reverse. Because they were so immature and volatile, and they can't manage their angered emotions at all. And this karmic feminine cannot control their sexual urges as well as their emotional behaviors and toxic anger. And so this King of Swords, this Aquarius, is under judgment from the universe for overgiving to this toxic karmic feminine. But this karmic feminine is also under judgment from the universe. They're both getting karma, but for different reasons. The Queen of Wands in the reverse is getting karma for sexual promiscuity, prostitution, and being greedy and selfish and narcissistic and abusive by only taking from this Aquarius masculine. So that is the karmic lesson that they're both learning here. When has this Aquarian masculine had enough overgiving to someone who doesn't appreciate them for anything, who is still just vicious and abusive and violent and still as nasty and promiscuous as they always were? And when has this karmic feminine had enough of being greedy and selfish and lustful and heartbroken? It's like the more that this karmic feminine takes from this King of Swords, the more it breaks this karmic feminine's heart. But at the same time, they don't care because they're narcissistic. It's like their soul cares, sort of, but they ignore it because they're so used to the toxicity. It's almost like this karmic feminine wants a second chance. Wants another chance with this Aquarian King of Swords here. They want forgiveness for their nasty ways here, but when someone is truly sorry, they make efforts to change their behavior. When they're not sorry, they continue with the same behavior over and over and over and over and over and over again. So I suspect that this King of Swords has been round and round and round this mountain with this karmic feminine. How many chances does someone get for sharing their sexual energy with other people? Without shame, without guilt, without remorse, without regret, but in secret. When you're doing shit in secret, you know you're not supposed to be doing. You do it because you know it's wrong, right? And you just do whatever you want. It's easier to keep something secret than it is to fight about something, right? But when you're still continuing the same behavioral patterns, really, how sorry are you? How many second, third, fourth, fifth, umpteen million chances does someone get? I mean, let's be realistic here. The next card out we have is the Temperance card. Sagittarius energy. This karmic feminine wants to reconcile here because we have the Chariot in reverse, another card of Cancer, and then we have the Five of Pentacles in the reverse. So this Cancerian feminine, they're stuck, they're not moving forward, they're not victorious, they're not cooperative. But this Cancerian wants to reconcile and come out of the cold because they don't want to be in poverty, right? They don't. And they just want to continue getting that financial provision here. They want to get those pentacles back that they're losing here. That's why this karmic Cancerian feminine wants to reconcile and come out of the cold here. But it is just manipulation here, as it always is, as always was here, because clarifying the Temperance card is the Fool in reverse. It would be foolish to take this karmic feminine back here. The universe is not granting a new beginning here. Clarifying the Fool in reverse, which is Aries and Aquarius energy in the reverse. We have the Eight of Swords, and we have the Hierophant. This is a false start to test this Aquarian masculine into seeing if he can be conned into being trapped within this marriage again. Are they willing to reconcile with this karmic feminine with heavy Cancer and Libra in their chart and Leo in their chart that they're married to here? This is a marriage of entrapment, period. I've been saying this for months. It's still the same. It's not any different. So if this Aquarius takes this Cancerian back, They will be a fool, and they will be entrapped in this marriage longer. But did this Aquarian masculine learn their lesson? The final advice for this Aquarian masculine is to follow the brand new beginning in love with this Queen of Pentacles. Someone who is stable, solid, secure, financially independent. Someone who could be a business owner, doesn't have to be, but this is someone who is a hard worker, someone who definitely is financially independent. And this is the brand new beginning in love. That this Aquarius is being gifted. An Empress that is a Taurus, because Empress is Libra, Taurus, Cancer, and we have the Queen of Pentacles here, so this is a Taurus. So this is a Taurus and a Pisces and an Aquarius. These are the Taurus and the Pisces. That's one side of it. They have them in high placements, and the other side of it is Aquarius in high placements for the masculine energy. But so I guess we'll find out what happens here. What this which connection this Aquarian masculine is going to choose here. They definitely have enough information to make a good decision here. Now, it remains to be seen whether or not they will make a good decision or not. I guess we'll see how much they really have learned from this karmic energy here. So I'm being drawn back to this Ten of Wands in reverse, and the King of Swords, the Moon, and the Five of Cups. So I can't help but being drawn back to that, because this Cancerian karmic feminine, they're very, 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 very good at projecting their fears, their illusions, their secrets, their lies to con this King of Swords here. So this King of Swords is actually an empath here, and the Cancerian is the narcissistic manipulator here. And the Cancerian is the one projecting everything, all of their emotions onto this King of Swords here. And the King of Swords is just overburdened and overwhelmed, and they're eventually going to release all of this burden of all of these projections from this Cancer. It's like everything that this Cancerian is afraid of, they project it onto this King of Swords to make them afraid of everything that this Cancer is afraid of. But there's going to come a point where that shit's not going to work anymore, and this King of Swords is dropping the Cancer and the sadness and the overgiving to this Cancerian karmic feminine. Like the burden that they are. And it's going to leave this karmic feminine very heartbroken and very sad and very miserable. But it is their karma, because judgment here is in the upright. This is what's coming back to this Cancerian. Heartbreak, sadness, guilt, remorse, depression, for all the nasty energy that they put out against this King of Swords, against this Empress, and against whoever else, because everyone knows that's worth their salt knows that when you do negative spell work, I just saw 3030 on the counter. The link will be in the description box below for the angel numbers index, as it always is. But anyone that's worth their salt knows that whatever energy you put out is whatever you get back. If it's good energy, you get good energy back. If it's bad energy, you get bad energy back, period. You wish death on someone, that very same shit comes back to you. You wish someone to be in poverty and homeless, you watch that very same shit come back around to you, because the universe don't play when it comes to negative energies that people are putting out against other people. They'll let them get away with it for a period of time, but then after a while, it's just like, you're done. And when the universe is done playing, they're done playing. Holy Spirit, what is the final guidance to seal this reading off with the daily rune for March 23rd, 2022? What is the final guidance for March 23rd, 2022 with the daily rune? So, Aquarian masculines, be smart. Don't allow this toxic Cancerian feminine to entrap you in this marriage longer. You're miserable, you're suffering, and you want it to end. So, let it end. You got some interesting cards here. We've got ensues in the upright, which is about communication and talking, and we got not these in the reverse, which is time's running out to communicate to your Empress. So the Emperor's not showing up as the Emperor today. They're showing up as the King of Swords and the Star here, and the Judgment. So, Divine Masculine, what are you going to do? You need to communicate to your Empress because time is running out. Ensues is in the upright, and not these is in the reverse. Ensues means mouth, and the key word is word. The rune is linked to words and language. It is time to speak. King of Swords, you're all about ideas and communication. It is time to communicate with your divine counterpart to heal the connection. The card represents Odin, the god of war, magic, knowledge, and poetry. He is speaking while two figures on either side are listening to his prophecy. Ensues, which literally means mouth, has to do with all that is conveyed orally. The word is a powerful weapon. It can seduce, deceive, or dispel the darkness of illusions. All facets of communication are considered in this card. Exchanging ideas, teaching, comprehension, lies, deceit, flattery, and secrets. Well, you're doing a lot of the negative aspects of communication with this karmic. But for a lot of y'all, you haven't even, that these divine counterparts, these divine masculines, they haven't even begun to communicate with their divine counterparts. What does verbal communication mean for us? Do we always express our ideas, or are we timid and prefer hiding what we truly think? Well, it's time to stop being scared about what other people might think about what you might have to say here. Divine Masculine God is literally reminding you that your time is running out to speak with your divine counterpart here. Because honestly, your Empress is showing up less and less in your energy spreads, which means they're not in your energy as much as they used to be. That means they're moving on. Is that what you want? Your Empress moving on means that this is becoming a missed opportunity that you will feel and recognize and be in remorse for the rest of your life. And it's nothing that you'll be able to keep under control either, because it's a spiritual connection. You'll feel that loss always whenever the time runs out. That's how these twin flame connections are set up. You have a certain amount of time to do something about it. But then whenever you don't take action on the mission, on the union, you run the risk of losing it for the lifetime. And you'll feel it every day if you lose the opportunity for the lifetime. 100%. These spiritual feelings that already are in place, it's out of our control. The universe makes that happen. What we can help is the choices that we make. A lot of these divine masculines are just trying to ignore these connections and do nothing about it. But all you're doing is running yourself into a potential of a missed opportunity. And you could be in this energy for the rest of your life. Is that really what you want? Is all this really worth lifelong unhappiness because you missed an opportunity with your divine counterpart on purpose? Can we keep a secret and know when to keep quiet when circumstances require? Well, sometimes people are too good at keeping secrets. Sometimes secrets only come out when it's too late to do anything about it. Time is running out. Aquarian, divine masculines. The Ansuz card helps us in those situations where an exchange and verbal communication. So there needs to be verbal communication, a verbal exchange between two people. Time is running out to do so. Not these is tied to unalterable necessity. What is the unalterable necessity? Sacred union, the divine mission. It's unalterable necessity. But whether or not the people act upon their divine unions and their divine missions is up to them. And since not these is tied to unalterable necessity, it is tied with time and fate. The sand flows through the hourglass just as days and events flow through our lives. We cannot stop the flow of time. We must submit ourselves to the rhythm of nature. When you're trying to be in control of a situation by ignoring a divine connection that is being in control of a situation that you should be surrendering to. You'll feel better when you do surrender. But until we can learn to surrender control and manipulation, we'll keep going round and round the karmic hamster wheel. The card carries a strict teaching. We must accept our destiny. Time's running out to accept it. Discipline and sense of duty are our allies. Everything has its moment. The moment of not these is that of waiting and reflection. Someone's doing a lot of waiting and reflecting. It's time to speak. Use your words. What do you have to say? Do we know how to wait and endure? Could patience be our ally? Are we able to apply ourselves and concentrate in order to solve the problems that life has in store for us? The rune makes us disciplined and focused and is excellent for studying and for those facing an exam. So, divine masculines are being tested. Are you going to fall for another false start with this karmic feminine? Or are you going to surrender the karmic feminine? Are you going to surrender your fear and communicate with your divine counterpart? The choice is yours. So this next choice that you make, masculines, will determine whether or not you're going to continue to stay in karmic cycles, or if you really are a divine masculine or not. So, you take the karmic feminine back again, you're foolish. You're so foolish, and you've been tricked and duped and for another loop, and then that's really on you, dude. You have all the information in front of you. You now see the forest for the trees. Are you going to make healthy decisions for yourself this time? Or have you really had enough of the karmic loop with the karmic partner? Honestly, how many fights can you handle about the same shit all the time? These karmics love to be negative. They love to fight. They also love to have that make-up sex after the fight. It's very childish. It's very ridiculous. It's very manipulative. And it's very boring. And it's way too dramatic. And it's way too difficult. Nothing has to be that difficult. Why does everything have to be fucking and fighting? Like it just doesn't compute. It really doesn't. Are you tired of that karmic wheel? Are you ready to get off of it yet? Because I'll say this to you too. If you think, oh, well, it's not that bad. Let me remind y'all that every time you've ever said that, has it gotten worse? And I'm sure that you will say yes. So, is it really not that bad? Or is that just a lie that you're telling yourself so you can get ready for another round? And only this time, and the more that you repeat these karmic rounds, these karmic cycles, the more intense they get, the harder they get, the more difficult they get, and the more unbearable they get, and the more painful they are. So really, how much more can you take? You're barely able to keep your shit together as it is right now. I mean, really just look at things very logically and set your emotions aside here. Set everything aside and really just think about this from a logical standpoint. This karmic life with your karmic wife that you are currently living in, it's not going to get better. You've only seen that it gets worse and worse and worse and worse. So, what are you going to do about it? Are you going to continue to do absolutely nothing? Are you going to continue to do the same shit that you've always done? If so, get ready for yet another cycle that's going to be even more difficult. But if you're tired of it and you want to let it go and surrender it, because you really just, you can't handle anything more, then it's time to surrender it and let it go. There's no shame in that. There's no weakness in that. In fact, you're only weak if you don't surrender this. Because the weakness is staying in the repetition and the comfort of the destruction and the negativity and the toxic patterns. That's where the weakness is. The strength is discontinuing the pattern, walking away, having your guard up, having your boundaries up, cutting this person out of your life. That's where the strength is, because it takes more strength to break a karmic pattern, because it's hard to do, than it does to keep the karmic pattern in place. I'm telling you, don't let people be telling you that you're weak for letting this marriage go. The only thing that's keeping you weak is staying in it. And that's just the truth. And the reason that is because people around you are keeping you scared to stay in this commitment that is a fucking nightmare for you and everybody else. But whenever you stand up and say, I'm just not happy here. There's too much wrong and nothing's going right, and there's no cooperation, there's no teamwork. It's just the same old shit all the time. And 5 or 6 days out of the week, you're fighting about the same shit. Nothing ever gets resolved. Everything gets swept under the rug. And what can you do with that? You can't do anything with that but walk away. The universe has set this whole situation up on purpose so that you would cut your losses and walk away when you've had enough, when you've learned your lessons. And that's what makes you strong. So that's what I have for y'all for today. I hope y'all have a wonderful day. Thank y'all for supporting my channel in all the ways that you do. I really appreciate it so very much. That I'm not here talking to myself all the time. I would do it. Don't care. I would totally... I mean, that's what I used to do. I used to upload videos just for 3 people to watch. And I went from 3 subscribers to 1,822 or whatever it is, but it's kind of a trip to see how far I've come in just a couple years. And man, I really wanted to quit so many times in the past because I'm like, this really isn't working. This isn't going anywhere. This isn't, it's not doing anything. It's moving massively slow. And I just felt like I was wasting my time and my energy. But I was just told, no, just weather the storm and keep building, keep going. It takes time to build it. And it definitely does take time to build. And it's not always fun. It's not always enjoyable. But I do the very best that I can do for y'all. And I overall feel pretty good about that. Because I really feel like I've expressed so much already that helped a lot of people so far, and I'm just getting started. I can't wait to help more people and talk to more people and get into other experiences and other examples and things like that. So yeah, I'm really grateful to be here and share these readings with you and share these lessons and share my life with y'all. And I never thought I would ever say that because I used to be extremely secretive of everything, and I didn't really like talking about my business and unless it made me look a certain way, positive. And now I'm up here telling you about all the worst times in my life because they weren't really the worst times of my life. They were just bad situations that happened to me at just the right time to let me grow and expand and learn and elevate. So I just see everything in a different perspective now, and I don't see things from that helpless victim mentality anymore. I see things from a much higher perspective now, and I understand more why we have these painful experiences, because we're all here to learn from each other, to grow, to learn from each other and to teach each other. And we all take turns doing that from one time to the next. So it's like we all rotate, whether we're going to be the teacher, whether we're going to be the student. And that's really just how I see things now. And it's really helped free my mind from a lot of Nine of Swords activity. Really. That Nine of Swords activity is really fucking pesky. Because it really can suck. 54, 54 on the counter. So, anyhow, thank y'all so much for being with me and supporting my channel. And I really do hope y'all have a wonderful day, and I'll talk to y'all soon.